That one sums up your personality, Stuart. All right, do you know the rules? Robots paint, you guess. I give the clues, and we're going to do the most impactful world leaders of the 20th century. So not 21st, not 19th, 20th century, most impactful. Here we go, number 20. And probably the least impactful of the 20. Why is number 20? He wore a rose in his lapel and carried a democratic dream. His daughter would later lead the same nation. He championed secularism, science, and self-determination. He stayed neutral during the Cold War's tug-of-war. As India's first prime minister, he helped shape a post-colonial world. No, you don't have it there, doctor. I don't see the right answer up there yet. There you go. Stuart! That is correct. How do you say that first name? Jawaharlal Nehru. Nehru is what we remember because of his shirt, right? The Nehru jacket, I think, or Nehru collar. He became all the rage. His birthday is celebrated in India as a Children's Day, honoring his affection for the young. Mr. Nehru. Number 20 on our list. Impactful figures of the 20th century. So these aren't all good guys, according to the West. All right, number 19. From exile to revolution, he returned to change everything. His words sparked uprisings across Iran, brought down a monarch, and installed a theocracy. U.S. hostages and veiled ideologies marked his rule. Yeah, you guys both have that, Stuart, Doctor. Yeah. So, he has a three-part name is to be the absolute 100% correct answer. I give you both credit already. You both got it. But he is the blank, blank, blank. Three-part name. I'll tell you what it is. He's the Ayatollah, obviously. That's the first part. Ayatollah Ruhollah Khomeini. Ayatollah Ruhollah Khomeini. There you go. Learn something every day. His image was smuggled into Iran. There you go. To help ignite the uprising. There you go. All right. Number 18. He fits. Impactful, right? All right. So, I didn't know who this guy was, so good luck. He led a country from rubble to stability. He's the oldest newly elected leader of his time. He was age 73. His policies helped rebuild trust in post-Nazi Germany. So this is a German guy. He had strong ties with the West, especially the US and France. Here's the key clue. As West Germany's first chancellor, this guy set the dramatic tone. Anybody know who Germany's first chancellor was? And making our list of the top 20 impactful leaders? I actually didn't know this until I made the list. Wilhelm Schmidt is incorrect. I like that answer, though. That's what I would have said, I think. I've heard of him. I've heard of this guy, but barely. This is Mr. Konrad Adenauer. Adenauer. That sound familiar to anybody? He joked that he didn't retire because a man is not old as long as he is seeking something. Ah, okay. Right. Let's go across the world. Now, this guy wore a Mao suit, but opened the door to capitalism. So this is the guy who opened the door of China. It doesn't matter if a cat is black or white. That sounds like a Chinese saying. He brought markets to China, but kept the party in charge. He oversaw booming reforms, but he's also the leader behind the Tiananmen Square. Yeah. Not Chairman Mao, but this guy wore a Mao suit. And he is the guy, I guess, probably that met with Nixon, right? So, Doctor, I think you're on to the right track, but these Chinese names are tough, right? So, the most common thing he goes by is his first name, which is Deng, right? D-E-N-G, Deng. But it's Deng Xiaoping. That sound familiar to anybody? Deng Xiaoping. His cat quote became shorthand for China's hybrid economic model. As long as it catches mice. That is some wise words. Wise words. Deng Xiaoping was the correct answer there. In case you were wondering, I think you know this guy. You probably know this guy. He went from Nasser's shadow to peacemaker. I actually remember this stuff. You might too. He's the first Arab leader to recognize Israel, then he paid the ultimate price. Camp David Accords changed the Middle East history. So this is the guy that did the Camp David Accords from Egypt. He was assassinated by extremists in a military parade. Doctor! You remember his first name? You are correct. It is Mr. Sadat. Sadat was bold, controversial, and a visionary. He and Menachem Begin shared a Nobel Peace Prize. But he also faced a lot of domestic backlash for making a deal. Yeah, that's close, Doctor. Anwar. Not and war. You're close. A-N-W-A-R. Anwar. Yeah, there you go. There he is. He's happy. Well, he got a Nobel Peace Prize. He wasn't happy when he got assassinated, though. Now, this one, you got to watch the video at the end. It's a little don't blink when the video comes up. The only Iron Lady in a room full of suits. She took on unions, inflation, and Argentina. That's right. She was in charge when they went to war with Argentina. She partnered with Reagan to face down the Soviets. And she is the first female prime minister in British history. Yes. Doctor, you are correct. And Stuart, you are correct. Yes. Yes. Yeah. So don't take your eyes off. You're going to love the little video. She survived an IRA bombing that nearly killed her. Then gave a speech hours later. Shoot, Iron Lady, man. Tough. Tough cookie. You're correct. This is Margaret Thatcher, the first prime minister in British history. There she is. Survived a IRA bombing. Yeah. Yeah. Don't take your eyes off. The robots nailed that one, huh? All right. Number 14. This gentleman declared independence with a mop of wild white hair. This guy was really known for his crazy hair. He read Israel's founding document live on radio. He led a young nation through its earliest wars. Yeah, it might not have been as accurate. Yeah, the picture wasn't the best. But it was pretty funny. He stepped down and then came back twice. He was Israel's first prime minister and the modern Moses. It's not Mr. Wasserman. This is the guy with the crazy hair, first prime minister. After retiring, he moved to a kibbutz in the desert, proof he believed in hands-on Zionism. First prime minister, crazy hair, going once. There you go, Stuart. Nice. Born in 1886, passed in 1973, David Ben-Gurion. David Ben-Gurion. There you go. All right, number 13. Very good. This gentleman swapped fezzes for fedoras. He turned an empire into a republic. This is the guy. He made the Turkish alphabet Latin, and he banned the caliphate, and he praised science. He modernized Turkey in radical secular ways. So who's like the father of modern Turkey? You might know? His surname means father of Turks and was a special honor granted by the parliament and legally exclusive to him. Yeah, doctor, very good. He, of course, has, yes, Stuart, very good as well. He has a 3-part name as well. Stuart has the first part. Doctor has the last part. And the middle part is Kemal. Kemal. So Mustafa, Kemal, Ataturk. Excuse me. Ataturk. That's a Turk. Yeah. Okay. Number 12. Remember, we're doing most impactful leaders of the 20th century, and we're trying to, broaden it as much as possible. We're trying to represent. This gentleman unified 6 republics, and he kept Stalin at bay. He was able to resist Stalin. He was a war hero turned socialist strongman. He was a socialist. His suits were sharp, and his mustache was sharper. Doesn't have a mustache in this picture. Under. You're correct. You remember Mr. Tito's first name? And it's not, I don't know. Is it the vodka? I don't know. Is that what the vodka is named after? This Tito? I know. I love the vodka. Definitely. Tito led Yugoslavia with charisma and independence. There he is. Looking sharp. This is obviously a younger picture. Most of the pictures I remember of him he's very old. His funeral in 1980 was one of the largest state funerals in history, attended by leaders from both sides of the Iron Curtain. That's right, he was kind of in between. Reggie is not correct. It is Mr. Joseph Tito. Who knew? Who knew? I didn't know. All right. Number 11. You're going to know this guy right away. He has a very recognizable face. From baseball dreams to revolution. He was a baseball player. He survived over 600 assassination attempts. His beard was iconic, although he doesn't have much of a beard in this picture. This is a younger picture, obviously. His speeches, eternal. He gave the U.S. a headache for decades. Yes. Dr. Stewart. He did give the U.S. a headache for decades. Castro ruled Cuba from revolution to retirement. Yes, this is Mr. Fidel Castro. He passed in 2016. 2016. Though once synonymous with cigars, he later quit smoking and encouraged others to do the same. That's because the CIA kept trying to make his cigars explode. Bay of Pigs. Bay of Pigs. Yes. Bay of Pigs. Oh, it could be War of Pigs. Mr. Fidel Castro. Is his brother's still in charge, isn't he? I think so. Sure. I think so. Oh, there he is. He's angry there. All right. So, time for the top 10. So, we should know all the top 10, I would think. These should be pretty easy. Here we go. Now, this gentleman was tall, he was stubborn, and he was always dressed for a military parade. He led Free France from exile during World War II. And he did return to power in the 1950s on his own terms. He reshaped France's government with more presidential muscle. Yeah. Stewart. Doctor. De Gaulle was France's wartime spirit and post-war architect. He famously once resigned, saying, "How can anyone govern a nation with 246 kinds of cheese?" It sounds like he might have been losing it. Charles de Gaulle, born in 1890 and passed in 1970. Definitely one of the titans of the 20th century. Charles de Gaulle. Yes. He looks happy enough now. Of course, he died in 70. 30,000 types of cheese? Yeah, maybe so. All right, number 9. You know this guy. He served longer than any other U.S. president. 4 terms. He led the U.S. out of the Great Depression and through World War II. I would say he led the U.S. through the Great Depression, is what I would say. Master of fireside chats, and bold programs. Wheelchair bound, but politically unstoppable. Yeah. This is a Roosevelt. Do you remember which Roosevelt? This isn't Teddy. You guys remember the Teddy Roosevelt story, right? How he got the name Teddy? Yeah. Anyway, supposedly Teddy Roosevelt didn't kill the bear one time when he was hunting or something. So somebody made a stuffed bear and decided they were going to call it Teddy. I don't know. Anyway, something like that. Anyway, this is not that one. No, this is the other one. FDR, Dr. Hazard. Franklin D. Roosevelt. Yes. This is the Franklin guy. He's the one with the ugly wife. Oh, excuse me. All right. Number 8. One of our favorites. Youthful charm, Cold War stress, and a lunar vision. He faced the Cuban Missile Crisis with nerves of steel. He launched the Peace Corps and 1,000 idealistic careers. That's right. It used to be a good thing to join the Peace Corps. Unfortunately, he was assassinated in Dallas. An enduring mystery and heartbreak. Yes. Yes. Kenyon's in the house. Good to see you, Kenyon. Sandra has the complete answer. We'll give her credit for that one. No shorthand. JFK remains a symbol of hope, charisma, and Camelot. The robots will take license. His moonshot speech was iconic that parts of it are etched into NASA's mission culture. There you go, Mr. John Fitzgerald Kennedy. Did you know that? Fitzgerald? There he is. Still giving a speech. There you go. All right. Well, number 7. 20th century. He arrived by sealed train and he seized history. He wrote manifestos with fire and then made them reality. His Red October changed the world forever. He invented the USSR before Stalin rebranded it in iron. Doctor! No, this isn't Carl. Carl's got a scruffy beard. Karl Marx looks like he came out of the forest. This is the clean-cut Mr. Lenin. Vladimir. You know, they like the name Vladimir over there. Vladimir Lenin. After death, he became a waxy attraction. His embalmed body is still displayed in Moscow's Red Square. And, you know, I didn't get to see that, but I did see the outside of the tomb where he's still preserved inside there. You can go inside and see him. Yeah. Right in the middle of Red Square. Vladimir Lenin. All right, Stuart, you should know this guy. Number 6. This is the master of oratory and brandy. He rallied Britain with bulldog grit during the darkest hours. Yes. Very good, Stuart. We shall never surrender wasn't just bluster. It was policy. He wrote books. He painted. And he won a Nobel for literature. How about that? Churchill became the voice of Allied resistance in World War II. There he is. Is Winston Churchill half American? Didn't know that. Winston Churchill was born in 1874 and passed in 1965. He was voted out of office right after the war. Wonder why. But came back with his usual gusto years later. Now, what was the reason he got voted out right away? Because I thought everybody was real happy with him during the war. I don't know. I guess it was just a political, Weird things happen. Look at our country. Weird things happen. Anyway, Winston Churchill. There you go. That means we're down to the top five most impactful leaders of the 20th century. Not all good guys. I'm probably going to get in trouble with YouTube for the last five guys. This guy opened the Soviet windows and the system collapsed. He introduced glasnost and perestroika with cautious optimism. He helped end the Cold War without a single shot fired. And he won a Nobel Peace Prize. But he lost his country. Very good, Stuart. Very good. Can't really see the birthmark too much in the picture. Gorbachev was the last leader of the USSR and its accidental undertaker. Kind of looks like an undertaker. Mikhail Gorbachev. 1931 to, he only passed away recently, 2022. There you go. Post politics, he did a Pizza Hut commercial. What? Did you guys? Yeah. Did you guys see the Pizza Hut commercial? I don't remember that. Do you remember that? Mikhail Gorbachev. There you go. So who was the guy on the other side of the fence? Might have been this guy. He was a Hollywood actor turned commander-in-chief. Speak of the devil right here. He called the USSR an evil empire. But later he made peace. Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall. Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall. His policies reshaped American conservatism. Reagan's sunny swagger helped define the 1980s. Rick Sander got that one. Ronald Reagan, of course, correct. He's the only U.S. president who once co-starred with a chimp. Bedtime for Bonzo. You guys remember that movie? Oh, Ronald Reagan. 1911 to 2004. 2004. Yeah. There he is. Ronnie. Tear down this wall. Tear down that wall, Mr. Gorbachev. All right. The top three, and they're all baddies. This is where YouTube's gonna take me down. So, a failed artist turned one of history's darkest tyrants. He rose to power through rage, charisma, and propaganda. He orchestrated genocide and global war. His downfall came in a bunker. His regime reshaped the world through devastation. His name is now globally synonymous with evil. His book, Mein Kampf, is banned or restricted in many countries. Yeah, careful, Sandra, you're going to get banned. So, none of the AI video platforms would allow me to make a short video of Mr. Adolf Hitler, even though we're doing this in a historical, educational format. It won't let me. So we're gonna hope that this doesn't get my channel banned. But he was real. You got to study history. If you don't study history, you're doomed to repeat history. Am I right? Yeah. There you go. Number 2. Now, they let me do this guy. I don't know why. He was worse in many ways. This gentleman led a revolution by marching thousands of miles. Power grows out of the barrel of a gun. And he meant it. I didn't know he said that. I guess so. He founded the People's Republic of China in 1949. His policies caused upheaval and catastrophe. Yes, they did. Right, Stuart. If he just would have got the art position, things would have been different. Yes. Now, it's always fun though. Mao is his first name, right? So, who knows the last name of Mr. Mao? It kind of rolls off the tongue. Fun to say. Mao built modern China brick by brick and slogan by slogan. His Little Red Book became the most printed book in history after the Bible. So, Mao. No? Anybody got it? About Mao Zedong. See? Rolls right off the tongue. Mao Zedong. Zedong. There you go. All right, number 1 with a bullet. Close it. Close. Number 1 with a bullet. This gentleman rose from Georgian obscurity, and not the Georgia next to me, to iron-fisted ruler. He purged enemies, he built gulags, and he forged a superpower. He led the USSR through World War II, and at unspeakable human cost. The Cold War began on his watch. Joseph Stalin, I like that. That's Clarice Starling, right? Silence of the Lambs. Clarice. Kind of similar to Joseph Stalin. Stalin ruled with terror, paranoia, and brutal efficiency. Even after death, his legacy was so feared that Khrushchev had to de-Stalinize the country politically. Ugh. There he is. Mr. Joseph Stalin. He was a bad baddie. Number 1, according to the robot. He beat out Mao Zedong and Adolf Hitler. There he is. All right. Well, we made it. We made it all the way through the world leaders.